morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started.
Good morning, dear students. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. Today's class is for standard 8th and we'll be talking about a very interesting chapter, that is force and pressure. Now in this picture that you can see, there are many things which are doing some or the other kind of work. Okay. Now in our previous chapter we have learned about what is the meaning of work and what is motion. We have learned all that. Okay. So you know that anything, if you want to move it, you need to apply a certain amount of force to it. Okay. The same thing that this man is trying to do with his horse. He's trying to pull his reluctant horse which doesn't want to move. Okay. So he's applying force to move him. Same way here you can see this man is trying and putting in so much effort to lift the weight. Here these girls are trying to row the boat and move the boat. This boy is playing with a ball. This boy is trying to pull his friend, and you can see mangoes falling from the tree. So in all these pictures that you see, you either see something being pushed or pulled. Okay, so the push or pull of an object is considered a force. Push and pull come from the object interacting with one another. Means there is an interaction between two objects. Like every place, in all the things that you see in this picture right now, you see that there are at least two objects involved, and there is an interaction between both. Either you are pulling it, either you are pushing it, something or the other is happening in order to move a particular object. So terms like stretch and squeeze can also be used to denote force. So in terms of physics, force is defined as the push or pull on an object with mass that causes it to change its velocity. Means if a ball is at rest, it will remain like that until you apply a push over it. Okay. Or if the ball is moving, if you hit it much with the bat with a much higher speed, it will move even faster. Okay. Now in short, a push or pull on an object is called a force. Force comes into play due to interaction, and interaction of an object with another results in force between the two objects. Okay, as I told you that force is related to all the objects which are interacting with each other. Okay, whether if you see in this picture also, you can see a man is interacting with the car. He's trying to push it in order to move it from its location. Okay, so he's applying force onto it. So the girl is pulling a chair, that is also an example of force. Okay, so now effects of force. What does force actually have effect on the body or the object in which they are interacting? So it changes the state of rest or motion of the body. Means if the body is at rest, it can change it, where you can move it. Okay, if it is moving, you can stop it. So force changes the state of motion of a tire, makes it to move faster. ठीक है, हम लोग अगर उसके ऊपर फोर्स लगाते हैं तो वो टायर और फास्ट भागने लगता है. Same way, if a box is at rest, it moves due to force. Okay, so if the box is kept in one place and if you want to move it, you apply force in order to move it. It also changes the shape and size of the body. Means if you are kneading the dough, जैसे हमारे घर में आटा गूंदा जाता है, तो उसमें क्या होता है, जब हम लोग फोर्स लगाते हैं हैंड से onto the dough, its shape changes. Okay, so the force applied by hands on the dough changes its shape. Same way, if you pull the elastic, a rubber band, the force changes the size of the rubber band. Okay, so I hope now the concept of force is clear to you all. Now as I was saying that force is always an interaction between two objects. It is never alone. So when the objects here, like you can see this man is pulling the horse, okay, so he is pulling it with his hands directly. Same way this man is riding a bicycle, and he is using his hands, his leg, in order to move from one place to the other. Same way here this boy is playing with a ball, and this ball is in direct contact with this boy's leg. Okay, so here in all these pictures that you see, the force which is being applied on the body either directly or through a medium is called contact force. So in this, the force when it is applied on the other object or the other body, it is in direct contact. Okay, so this type of force is called as contact force. Now if you see in the first picture, this man is not directly pushing the horse, but it is tied to a rope. Okay, and he is pulling that rope, but there is a medium and doing it directly. So there is a contact between the horse and this man. Same way between the bicycle and the boy who's riding the bicycle, there is a direct contact, right, between both the object. Here also in this picture you can see this ball and the feet of the boy who's playing with it. They are in direct contact in order to move the ball. So this type of force, when the bodies are directly connected with each other, this type of force is called as contact force. Now here there are a few more examples that I would like to explain. Here if you see, when you open the door, okay, when you open the door, what you are doing is you are applying force on the door, right, in order to open it, and there is a direct contact of your hand and the door. So this is also an example of contact force. Same way, if the animals are doing certain type of work, okay, they are making use of their muscles, and it is tied to the cart, okay, the bullock cart, and it is helping it to move. So this type of force which is applied by the animals also is a type of contact force. Okay, so muscular force is one of the kind of contact forces. Here if you see, these girls are rowing the boat. Okay, they're making use of a special type of force, that is the frictional force. Okay, the force of friction. Now you cannot see actually they are being in direct contact, but there is a medium. Okay, so this water and this boat, when it is moving, what will happen eventually? It will stop once they stop their hands from rowing. Okay, but the boat is directly in contact with the water which is moving. Okay, so there is a contact force between these objects. Now a few more examples of contact force are muscular force. Now this lady is trying to pull apart two kids who are fighting. Okay, so she's applying muscular force on them. Mechanical force. Okay, when machines are being used, there is a direct contact between the machine and the human. Okay, in order to move it from one place to the other. So it is a mechanical force, is also contact force. Then frictional force, when you're moving on a skateboard or you are playing carom board, okay, there also frictional forces applied, and there is a direct contact between the two objects. So we can make use of muscular force of animals like bullocks, horses and camels to do and get the activities done. The frictional force is another type of contact force which acts between a pair of a surface in contact and tend to oppose the motion of one surface over the other. Means, as I told you in the previous slide, that there is a force, that is frictional force, between the boat that we learned. Okay, between the boat and the water surfaces. Surface के बीच में contact होता है, ठीक है, जो move हो रहा है. Okay, so here let's see a few more examples. Here this man is sitting under a tree, and you can see the apple is falling on the ground. Okay, it is not going in any other direction, it is going downwards, and you cannot see, the man is not trying to pluck it. Okay, even though he is not trying to pluck it, it is falling only in the downward direction. Another example you can see here is of a comb. If you are rubbing a and even though there is a huge thick book kept in between, they attract each other. Now this is because of the magnetic force that is there. Okay, we have learned that magnet possesses a force which attracts the object towards it. Okay, so it is a type of non-contact. The next picture you see here is a tap where you can see the water flowing down. Whenever you open a tap, the water comes in the downward direction. Now why is it so? Let's see a few more examples and then we will answer about it. Here you can see skydiving. There are people who do skydiving or paragliding, means they jump off a plane, and you can see in which direction they're coming. They are again coming in the downwards direction towards the earth. Okay, so this coming down, getting attracted towards the earth, okay, is because of a force which is present, that is the gravitational force. Okay, gravitation force कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट को अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट करता है, even though you cannot see, वो force दिखाई नहीं देता है, ठीक है, but it is there. So these examples of non-contact forces are gravitational force, that is paragliding or skydiving. You have seen electrostatic force of the rubbing the comb or rubbing the balloon and getting it close to your hair. Then magnetic force, we've all known about the magnet and the needle, and this force is exerted by magnet is called as magnetic force. And the electrostatic force, all these forces are non-contact forces. Okay, the strength of gravity is attractive force which is exerted by the earth on objects, which makes them fall on the land. Okay, you cannot see it, you cannot feel it, but it is there. Okay, so these are all examples of non-contact. So let's quickly revise about contact and non-contact force. The force is experienced by bodies when they are in physical contact with each other, like the force due to action of muscles or the force acting opposite to the direction of motion, like in muscular force or frictional force, are contact forces. Okay, whereas the non-contact forces experienced by bodies even if they are not in physical contact with each other, like the force exerted by magnet or the force exerted by a charged body or another charged body, or an attractive force exerting between the two objects, are non-contact forces. Now here you see a ball kept on the ground. It will be like this in its position and it will not move until this boy tries to kick it. Okay, and this ball which is moving, it will keep moving until he tries to stop it. So this is the Newton's first law of motion based on what we studied. Okay, so a body at rest or in motion will be like that only until and unless an external force is applied to it. Okay, so the statement of Newton's first law of motion is a body at rest or in motion will continue to remain in the unchanged position unless an external force is applied to it. So we come to the next part of the chapter, which is another type of forces that we have, that is balanced and unbalanced forces. Now as you can see, when you go to a market and you try to purchase anything, you have a weighing scale. ठीक है, हम लोग हमेशा देखते हैं कि हमारा सामान इक्वल वे करता हो, ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे बैलेंस्ड और अनबैलेंस्ड फोर्स आ जाता है. तो ये टाइप का फोर्स है. दिस इज there are again two types of forces, balanced and unbalanced forces. Forces occur in pairs, as I've explained you all in the previous slides also, that there are always two or more forces acting together, तभी कोई काम होता है, ठीक है, and they can be either balanced or unbalanced. So what is a balanced force? If you see this picture, there are two girls who are trying to push the box in the opposite direction, opposite to each other. Okay, and they are applying the same force. So when they are applying the same force on this object with in the opposite direction, the box will not move. Okay, why will it not move? Because both the forces are of equal size and it will cancel it out. Okay, and it will not cause any motion in it. Same way, if the tug of war, when the kids are playing tug of war, what happens is, if they are pulling with the same amount of force on either side, force where two forces of equal size act on a body in opposite direction is known as a balanced force. In balanced force, a body continues to be in its position, that is, it may be continuously moving with the same speed and in the same direction, or it may be still in its position. ठीक है, तो अगर ये ऑब्जेक्ट्स के अंदर सेम इक्वल फोर्स अप्लाई हो रहा है, ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अप्लाई हो रहा है, तो वहां पर मूवमेंट नहीं होगी. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ फोर्स इज कॉल्ड एज बैलेंस्ड फोर्स. Let's see another type of force, that is the unbalanced force. Now, what is an unbalanced force? Let's look at this simple example of the seesaw. You must have been seated on the seesaw many times, and you must have noticed that when two people are sitting over it, it will automatically become unbalanced. Okay, means it starts to move. It is not always in one position. Okay, कभी हम लोग ऊपर जाते हैं, कभी नीचे आते हैं. That type of force that we experience there is the unbalanced force. Same here in this picture also. See here, there are two groups of children who are playing tug of war, but one group is much more mightier than the other, and that makes it to the rope to move, and the kids also move. So there is motion. Means एक साइड पे अगर फोर्स ज्यादा होगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली वहां पर मोशन क्रिएट होगा. जब भी ऐसा कुछ होता है तो वो होता है बिकॉज ऑफ द फोर्स दैट इज अनबैलेंस्ड फोर्स. The another example is the space shuttle. The space shuttle जब लॉन्च होता है तो उसके ऊपर ऑलरेडी ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स एक्ट कर रहा है. ठीक है, तो एक फोर्स ऑलरेडी उस पे है, बट जो फोर्स इंजन अप्लाई करता है, the force which is applied by the engine is much more, बहुत ज्यादा होता है in compared to the gravitational force, और वो रॉकेट लॉन्च हो जाता है ऊपर की डायरेक्शन opposite to the gravitational force. Okay, so such type of forces are called as unbalanced force. A force where two forces acting in opposite direction on a body are not equal in magnitude and in size is known as an unbalanced force. In an unbalanced force, a body changes its position, that is, we can observe a moving object changing its direction, either increasing the speed or decreasing the speed, and the body at rest starts to move, or vice versa. Means अगर वो रेस्ट पे है तो मूव करने लगेगी, अगर मूव कर रही है तो वो उसकी स्पीड इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज हो सकती है. ठीक है, तो ये सब अनबैलेंस्ड फोर्स की वजह से होता है. In this picture, it is very easy to understand if two groups of students applying same amount of force in opposite direction, it will not move because same force है. ठीक है, तो वो cancel out हो जाएगा और movement नहीं होगी. On the second example, you can see that one boy is added extra on the left hand side. So automatically, this group on the left side will have more force as compared to the right hand side. So there will be movement. So once there is motion on the left hand side, means this is an unbalanced force. ठीक है, दोनों साइड पे equal balance नहीं है ना force का, तो unbalanced force हो गया. The third example, it is a combination of balanced and unbalanced force both. First part, it is speeding up. ठीक है, तो जब speed बढ़ रही है, means it is not constant. So that is an unbalanced force. Whereas in the second frame, you see that there is a constant speed of this ball. Okay, तो साइकिल की जो स्पीड है वो कांस्टेंट है, तो वहां पर वो जो फोर्स है वो बैलेंस्ड फोर्स है. On the third frame that you see, the boy tends to slow down the cycle. Again, it is the slowing down of the cycle denotes that there is an unbalanced force again. So in all these examples, I hope balance and unbalanced force is clear to you. So let's quickly revise about balanced and unbalanced force. Now if you see the two groups pulling the rope having same amount of applying force on either side, that will not move. Okay, so there will be no motion, so it is a balanced force. Next is unbalanced force, is a force in which the net force is greater than 0, okay, causing motion. So here one team is applying 400 newtons of force and the other team is applying 300 newtons of force, and ultimately what will happen, the rope and the students will tend to move on the left side because more amount of force is being applied on this side, and this is because of which force? Because of the unbalanced force. I hope these things
If you liked our video, please subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the like button.
Hope this session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.